There's a really good CRPG in here somewhere. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am your host, MICFURY, and I make informative videos just like this one. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And with that being said, guys, here is my fast review for MechaJammer. MechaJammer is this dark, gritty, open world CRPG that can be easily summed up as horror cyberpunk Fallout. Dark Blade Runner vibe with tactical old school Fallout gameplay. And that's kind of the vibe. It's a ragtag team of degenerates crash land on a jungle colony, and armed with nothing but a pistol, you have to use your set of skills to gather rumors, bribe enemies, complete missions, and make the right choices to survive. On to the low points. Now, difficulty. It needs work. So enemies are far too efficient. They don't miss, in other words. They really don't. You rely on dice rolls while they're relying on I don't know what. So the issue isn't really that they are too difficult, because on a 1v1 situation, you always come out on top. The issue comes when you're facing 3 to 4 different enemies, and especially with the different enemy types, because you have your range, you have your melees. When it comes to that, you are powerless. They are always going to come out on top. You have to be either extremely smart or very lucky. And on top of that, if your character lacks a certain type of skills, there is very little chance that you are going to be able to do certain things. For example, I went with a pure melee build because I found success in a melee build. But if I use a gun, any type of gun whatsoever, I can't hit the broadside of a barn with a wrecking ball, like at all. Like the bullets are going literally straying way to the right. I'm like, wow, humans don't miss like this. We miss, but at least make it close. You could literally look at the projectile and it's going veering way off to the right. Like it's no chance you're ever gonna hit that. Moving on, controls need work. The companion commands, they need to be restructured. I really don't believe them to be the best. I need more information. Even after the tutorial, I still was like, I really don't understand this fully, how to use my companions to the best degree possible. And finally, in the character creator, the disadvantage advantage virtue system needs work as well. The disadvantages: PTSD, addict, exhausted, hungry. These are super strong, like way too strong in terms of disadvantages. It should work on a percentage based system, not on a automatic activate every single time system. It should not be a consistent thing. I've seen players complain about that their PTSD is making them run in fear every single time after they attack. Like, no, that you're making my character completely inept. I can't be completely inept if you want me to enjoy this game. I need to be a little strong, you know, have it activate, but not every single time. I've seen people get exhausted and become unconscious for what, 10 turns? Like, what is going on, and never be able to enjoy the combat that there is here, because there is fun combat to be had. So on top of that, and this would be the last thing, it's the little things for me. It's the lack of information. It's the save games and enemies spawning after respawn. Like after you save the game, the enemies will respawn. Like, what is this, Dark Souls? Like, no. I don't understand that. The fact that there's no control support. It's a lot of those little things to finish up on the low points. Now on to the mid points. Soundtrack is great. Soundtrack, sound effects, they're all good. There's no voice acting here, but there's a lot less reading than a lot of other CRPGs, so I'm thankful for that. But the sounds, they do sound cool, especially when you enter a specific area and you hear that soundtrack coming. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of really nice audio done here. Now on to gameplay. Gameplay is a midpoint because, like I mentioned earlier, as soon as multiple enemies come on the screen, get ready to die, because it's not for the faint of heart. Right now, currently at launch, it's not for the faint of heart. It's grueling. Now, apart from that, this is a very nice simultaneous tactical gameplay where it kind of almost makes you feel like you're playing like an action RPG, but in reality, it's just you move, they move, and in turn, therefore, you can do certain things in those particular seconds. Like, it's very cool how it manages to do this, the simultaneous movement of each and every single part. So you also have, you know, the little tactical abilities where you can actually aim at specific body parts and therefore limit your enemies, like shooting them in the leg and therefore they start limping, or they could actually get less action points. That is always cool. I love the fact that your companions also attack and you could give them certain items. Like, again, there's a lot of really cool systems here. It just needs a bit of polishing when it comes to the refinement of these systems. I do like the simultaneous tactical, but I don't like the fact that we're mincemeat as soon as more than one enemy comes up and you don't have companions. And finally, highs. Graphics. The game looks great. This dystopian dark street, bright lights, gritty and bloody aesthetic is absolutely awesome. I adore it. This is one of the reasons why I was like, oh, this game looks super cool. Like, wow, what a crazy looking aesthetic. It's like a mixture of pixelated with a little bit of like old school Metal Slug and with a different, like a more brighter color palette. I was like, ooh, this is cool. And apart from that, the exploration. Now, it's organic. There's no hand holding. I love this. I was able to figure out how to get into a specific computer when I just looked around the specific office and was able to look at a note on the wall and said, hey, this is the new password. I was able to find that out organically. Nobody told me that was on the wall. And if I didn't pay attention to that, then I would have never been able to actually figure out how to get into the computer. I thought that right there is awesome levels of exploration. On top of that, there's also vehicles in this CRPG. Like, there's vehicles here you could get on a motorcycle, on a quad. Like, there's awesome vehicles for it to help along with the regular exploration of you going through buildings, you going into offices, going underground to the sewers. I love this level of exploration. And my last high is the RPG elements. Choice and consequence. Multifaceted character creator, weapon degradation, multiple actions to do during combat, the variety of weapons, the amount of builds that you could possibly start off with. This is Fallout Wasteland levels of great. I love it. This is why I'm a little bit disappointed with this game, because there's so many good things here, and sadly, because of their, I guess, lack of experience, not everything is tied the way that it's tied. That doesn't mean it won't be. That just means that right now at launch, it's not as neat as it's supposed to be. In conclusion, MechaJammer should have been an early access game. I think that this game has a really good foundation, but I also think that this game needs a lot of TLC, a lot of tender love and care. I think that it does do a lot of great things, but I also at the same time, I think that it's unnecessarily harsh. I don't think that any game should feel like a chore after the first few hours. That's just me being honest with you guys. I also think that you need to streamline a lot of these elements, because I really, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think that there's a really great CRPG in this game. I just think, like I also said in the video, you need to add, as a tactical game, you need to give me a lot more information. You need to help me along a little bit more, not in terms of exploration or anything like that, but I do need a little bit more to understand the mechanics that are in here. So the final score for MechaJammer as of this current moment at launch, it is a 5 out of 10 for me. Personally, it is an average game right now. I think it needs a lot of polish. I think it needs a lot of streamlining, a lot of tender love and care. But that doesn't mean that when they get it all together, it's not going to be absolutely fantastic. It just means right now at launch. So I hope that they go to work. I hope that they start updating it. They already put out a note saying that they're going to update it, that there's a lot of reworks coming in. I'm happy to see that, because again, there's no reason why this game shouldn't be absolutely fantastic. But anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and answer the 3 questions, shall we? As of this very moment, is it fun? Is it worth it? And is it for you? Is it fun? No, it's not. Not right now. It's not fun. Like I said, I am a huge RPG guy. I was not enjoying my time. Is it worth it? If I'm not mistaken, it's $25. No, it's not. It's not worth it right this second. And is it for you? If you like CRPGs and you like a combination of Dark Souls and unfair mechanics right now, yes. Shout out to the devs for giving me a code. I hope that you guys find the review to be fair, because I do believe that I'm being fair right now. I also would love to revisit this and see how good it is, because again, there's just something about it, about certain games that just start off a little bit rough, but I do believe in the team, and it's a small team and I understand that, but I do believe that they could just turn this around and make it fantastic, like I mentioned earlier. But that is it for today, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Have you checked out MechaJammer? Make sure to check it out. At least pay attention to their updates. Follow them, wishlist it, and as soon as it gets better, like I said, I do believe that this is going to be special. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and make sure to share the video. We are on our way to 10K. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Links are down in the description below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting me there. $1 a day keeps the landlord away. I'm your host, MICFURY. It's been a complete pleasure. Until next time, Mike.